What's going on, man? What's the word? What's the word? What's goody? You hear me though? What's going on, fight fans? Fight fam. What's up with y'all? To all the made mob out there, I am here as promised, and y'all know how I get down. We talking boxing, man. What's going on, man? Before we get underway, allow me to listen to the audio to make sure everything is everything, man. Oh, yeah, we good this time around, man. Man, hey, YouTube, I love you. I love you, YouTube, but you got to get it together. Stop playing with me. You know what I'm saying? Stop playing with me, Joe. It's like every time I try to get up on here, you're giving me the blues. I don't know what's going on, man. Spider-Man, what's up? What's goody, man? What's going on to everybody out there? Look here, first off, my apologies for not being able to make it up on here yesterday. Wish I could have been on here with everybody, man, but had some pressing matters to take care of, unfortunately, so I had to miss this Wednesday's episode. But we still live every Wednesday, every Sunday. Don't get it twisted. I missed that day, but don't think I'm going to be missing every Wednesday. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, I'm definitely going to be riding with the squad. Let me go ahead and just put this in the main man, made man boxing form real quick, and then we about to get this thing underway, man. Got a lot to talk about, man. We got a lot to talk about. It's a lot of good things going down in the sport, man. It's good to see people rolling up in here with me. If you're not here to catch it live with me, man, look, roll back on the playback, and I appreciate everybody that ride with me on this one right here. You know what I'm saying? Now, before we get it cracking, let me just address one thing. Hey, like, what is going on with today, man? Is today like shit on my main man, Kell Brook Day? Like, real talk, man. Like, I'm looking at some news that they got out, right? Randomly, Alex Cartier in the building. What's up with you, man? Randomly, right? They just bring up some old 2010 news about Kell Brook. And I'm seeing that they saying today that some group called the Official Broadcasters Audience Research Board, Bob for short, Bob or whoever the fuck, you know what I'm saying? They are out with some news saying that Kell Brook has the all-time lowest pay-per-view ratings when it comes in the UK. And I'm like, who cares? You know what I'm saying? Why do you come out the blue, out the woodworks with some 2010 news that ain't nobody asked for? I mean, what is this, like shit on Kell Brook Day? For real. Man, come on, man. That man ain't doing nothing. He ain't bothering nobody. He over there trying to find some bum to fight, or whenever he gonna fight, or whatever he gonna do. He ain't bothering nobody. They just crap on my man for no apparent reason, and I don't even understand it. I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? Somebody tell me what the hell is going on. For real, man. Like, so they saying that this dude only did a paltry 15,000 buys back in 2010 when he fought against Michael Jennings, a fight that none of us remember. None of us don't even remember the fight, don't care about the fight. It was an up-and-coming fight. It was before Sean Porter, but they just come out the woodworks like, yeah, let's just take the day and just shit on Kell Brook. Today's going to be shit on Kell Brook Day. Shit on Kell Brook Thursday. That's what they calling it. We will forever remember 4/11/2019 as shit on Kell Brook Day for no apparent reason. But whatever, man. We moving right along. I just don't understand it. You know what I mean? That just for nothing. I mean, I understand we got Amir Khan versus Terrence Bud Crawford, the pound for pound #1 champion. You know, I understand that they fight next week or in a couple weeks or so. It is what it is. Rocket Strikes 89. What's up? What's goody, Holmes? Hit that like button. Hit the like button as you come in, man. For real. I understand that they got Crawford versus Khan coming up. I get it. But is that a reason to just randomly shit on Kell Brook? I don't understand it, man. It just got me a little baffled right now, man. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people may be mixed up from the last broadcast that I uploaded too. So we got to give people some time to kind of adjust themselves. I don't know if people still waiting on that or not. But yeah, man, I don't understand it. 2010 numbers, but we moving right along, man. Yo, man, we in a week. We got an upcoming fight weekend where you don't have that many inspiring fights. Like, it's some good fights on this weekend, but ain't nothing great. The only great fight that's coming up this weekend is with the ladies, and that is Clarissa Shields versus Christina Hammer for the total undisputed middleweight championship. That is the best thing going right now in the sport of boxing, in my opinion. We will talk about some of the upcoming fights this weekend, and we'll get into a little deeper with these particular fights. But ain't no how to card Ain't no hiding card, man. I wish I can get on the first thing smoking up to Atlantic City. I'd be in the building, man, for real. But damn, ain't nothing better, man. So let's talk first, man. We got Peter Quillin versus Caleb Truax coming up. And we know that this is a must-win for both men. You know what I'm saying? In which we got Peter Quillin, a dude who I ain't really never been that high on. I'm going to be 100 with you. I used to like Peter Quillin. I don't really care much for him right now. I used to like Quillin. When Quillin was hungry, when he had that heart, when he had that eye of the tiger, when he was just devouring shit, running through the bum skippity bum club, I loved him. You know what I'm saying? He was up and coming. I thought he was going to be something. Then he ended up getting knocked out by Danny Jacobs, and then he just turned into like a Buddhist monk or something. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what's going on with my man Kid Chocolate right now. He used to be that dude, though. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is with Peter Quillin, I think in a lot of fight fans' eyes, he kind of he underpleased. You know what I mean? He didn't never give us the one win that we was like, okay, yeah, he is that. I really got love for Peter Quillin. You might like his attitude today because he's much humble than he used to be, which is, I guess, is good from a human's point of view. But from a fighter point of view, I'm like, this dude is just like, I don't know. He must have did something wrong in his life somewhere or something, because he all nice and calm, cool, and back then he was just hungry. I remember when he knocked out that dude Zarafa right before the Daniel Jacobs fight, and he knocked that dude out cold. I mean, ice cold. He was dancing, and he was just he was just in another zone. Like, I'm ready. It's like Daniel Jacobs knocked some screws loose when it comes to Peter Quillin. I don't know. I mean, it's bad enough that you look at his resume and you got to say it ain't the greatest resume in the world. His best win, hands down, was over Hassan N'Dam when he won that WBO title. Turned around and underperformed against Andy Lee in one of the most boring fights known to man. And it's like, okay, you gave us Gabriel Rosado, but everybody beat Gabriel Rosado. Gabriel Rosado's a good journeyman. He always had a lot of heart. Though he has all them losses, I always thought Gabe Rosado had a whole lot of heart. But the thing is, Quillin just never gave us that guy when it was time for him to step up with Daniel Jacobs, and he gets stopped early, which is, honestly, I'm going to be real with y'all. Ref could have let that one on a little longer. But I was just like, we were all shocked, taken back by that. Like, okay, even if Peter Quillin afterwards would have came back and been like, look, man, that everything, if this is boxing, you get hit with a good punch, it happens. I'm still ready to get in there and take on the best. I'm still ready. I'm still hungry. I'm still this. I'm still that. I'm still a king of Brooklyn. If he would have came off like that, people still would have been riding with Quillin. But then after the Daniel Jacobs fight, this man barely fought. The man fought 2 times in 3.5 years. And then his last fight against J. Leon Love, in which he went the full 10 rounds, it was uninspiring. You know what I'm saying? To say the least. So it's like, damn, what the hell happened to Peter Quillin? I know he's found religion, and I know what that can do to you. Look what it did to Manny Pacquiao. After he found religion, he didn't want to go on no knockouts no more. I get it. I know what it does to you. It takes a little bit of edge off you as a fighter. But Andre Ward was a religious man, but you ain't see him like tiptoeing and barely fighting and just, I don't know. And then Peter Quillin already had this thing on him where it was like, yo, it's like you want to get paid for taking these like not super hard chance. Like it's like he was content where he was at the level he was fighting at, with the money he was making. He was just content with everything. And maybe that's just who he wants to be as a fighter. I think there was things about himself maybe back then he just did not like. Maybe he just did not like to be ferocious. Maybe he didn't like the attitude that he gave himself, or the persona that he gave himself as a fighter. He didn't like what it was doing to him as a man, in his mind, to his family, whatever the case may be. He just didn't like it because he's nothing like that no more. Horn Jr. 10 says that first KO loss can change a fighter's psyche. Agreed. He also says to find out everything you and your trainers told yourself every day isn't true. It can be through for some to come back. Real talk, bruh. Real talk. That's you might be 100% right on that, man. When you think you are something, and then it gets exposed to what you really are, reality set in. And there was writings on the wall. The Andy Lee fight, I thought, showed us a lot. because he didn't. It's almost like when Quillin gets in there with an elite fighter or someone that is top notch, he becomes extremely cautious and don't want to get hit or something like this. It's like he doesn't show that same come forward power, gritty determination as he does with the lower end of boxing. He just doesn't do it. But at this point in his career, he's 35 years old. He got to do it now. This fight with Caleb Truax is for an IBF eliminator. We all know who the IBF champion is, the IBF champion being Caleb Plant. If he wants to have some sort of way of getting back into the land of elite, if he believes in second chances, if he believes he is special, like he doesn't want to go out like this. No fighter wants to go out like this and say what I could have, should have, would have been. This is your chance. It starts with Caleb Truax. And that's what makes this fight so significant. It ain't the greatest fight in the world. Ain't nobody in there. Everybody ain't going to be checking for this. But to us diehard boxing fans, we know what this is about. Now, as for Caleb Truax, I always like Caleb Truax. He's a win, lose, or draw type fighter that you just got to like. You got to, because he's always stayed hungry. And that this fight is going down in his backyard. So maybe he'll receive a little bit of extra motivation from that. But you got to like Caleb Truax. Caleb Truax is a ball-to-the-wall kind of fighter. He gives a lot of fighter tough tasks, even if you do beat him. You know what I'm saying? I mean, other than the Anthony Dirrell fight, which I don't know what that was about, you know, the rest of his fights, even the ones he lost, has always been tough for him. I'm going to be honest. Let's go to his more recent fights with James DeGale. He beat James DeGale and became a world champion, finally realizing his lifelong dream in the sport of boxing. Then he comes back and he rematches James DeGale with no problems. He didn't give him no obstacles. He ain't give him no polished tricks, no polished shit, no nothing. He got right back up in there with James DeGale, and James DeGale barely edges out the win, in which I thought could have been called either a draw or I thought Caleb Truax actually won. I wasn't feeling the way that James DeGale fought that fight. You hear me though? Horn says Truax reminds me of a bigger Sean Porter. I like Caleb Truax. He does effective aggression. He shows a lot of heart, and you're going to have to dig deep to beat him. And then at the point, and at this point in his career, he realized exactly where he's at. But in that James DeGale second fight, I thought he got him. Now, the thing is, James DeGale pussied out on him for a third fight, given that they split 1-1. And he went on to face Chris Eubank Jr. I get it. James DeGale was at the end of his career. He was trying to go out with a big name. He was trying to go out with a bang. He wanted to make a bag of money and walk up out the sport. I get it. So he went in there with a guy that he has a lot of bad blood with. They got a little history. They got a lot of bad words between each other. And it proved for good hype between him and Chris Eubank Jr. And Chris Eubank Jr. has now used that win to catapult himself back into the conversation. But at the end of the day, you know, it's like, yo, man, Caleb Truax is, I like this dude. Now, he's never really beat. He's always fell short in a lot of the big wins, such as your Anthony Dirrells, such as your Danny Jacobs. But Danny Jacobs, it took him all the way to the 12th round to stop him. Caleb Truax provides effective, very good pressure. The thing is, I think he can definitely be outboxed if you are a smart boxer. But I don't think Peter Quillin at this point in his career is a top-notch boxer. He's always kind of gotten by on power. I mean, look at the situation. But only thing is with the Jay Leon fight, I don't know what. I just don't know what Peter Quillin we talking about right now. David Benavidez destroyed Jay Leon Love. Peter Quillin took him 10. I just don't know what Quillin we talking about. But as for Caleb Truax, he's always been a guy that if he get knocked down, he keeps on fighting. He tries to come on back in his career. If he gets a draw against a no-name guy, then guess what? I'm getting back in until I can get me another good fight. If he takes a loss, gets knocked down a ladder a little bit, he just keep on fighting until he can get back on top of that ladder. And that proves to be that speaks volumes about Caleb Truax. But Caleb Truax, man, I don't know, man. In this fight, it's gonna be tough, bro. P. Newell, what's up, family? What's up with your homes? Sorry about yesterday, bro, but I'm here tonight, man. You know what's good with you? It's just like, yo, man, with Caleb Truax, he's just going to keep on fighting. He's going to keep on swinging. You know what I'm saying? Hit the like button for me, fam. He's just going to keep on swinging. So, I mean, this is going to be a good fight. It ain't the one that, like I said, any casual is going to be checking for. This is something that we all going to be looking at, man. The good thing about this fight is that it's an IBF eliminator, and we know how the whole 168-pound division is playing out right now. Well, we got Caleb. We got Caleb Plant up there. We got David Benavidez trying to get back to his old title, trying to get to the WBC again. We don't know what's going to happen in the meantime between Caleb Plant. He's mourning a big time loss right now, so he needs time off, and we all understand. But at the end of the day, when he returns to the ring, I don't know if he takes on one of these guys first before the David Benavidez situation works itself out. We just don't know right now. But either way, it puts both men in a very, very good position to get their careers back on track. So this is a good fight, man. I'm looking forward to it. Orlando Finney, what's up, Holmes? What's up with you? George Costanza, what's going on? He says Jacobs took Quillen's soul. Man, snatched that thing like Shang Tsung. Damn, you dig? Put a scorpion needle. Get over here. Took the soul, and now it's like he's trying to find it. Where is it? I don't know. Where is it at? You know what? It's all good. Uncle Al, pay me $500,000 to fight Joe Blow. I'm good with that. Pay me $200,000. I'm good with that. I don't know, man. I hope Quillen come back, man. I hope Quillen come back. And a winner of this magnitude, beating the Caleb Truax, which will be the best opponent that he has fought since his loss to Danny Jacobs. This can be one of the ones that do it. You know what I'm saying? All right, man. To the next fight. Oh, Bill, let me just give a quick prediction before we move on. And I think that Peter Quillen gonna pull it out. I think Peter Quillen beats Caleb Truax. I don't think he stops him. I think it goes 12, but I think he locks down enough rounds to eke past Caleb Truax. Caleb Truax is going to be extremely motivated because this fight is happening in his backyard. But I do believe that there are levels. And I do believe when it comes to levels between Caleb Truax and Peter Quillen, I give the slight edge to Peter Quillen. You know, and we'll see, man. Plus, Peter Quillen has took less damage over the years. He's been inactive as much. He hasn't put a lot of wear and tear on himself. I think it's going to be good, man. You know what I'm saying? What's good, man? Fellow boxing fans, my man Orlando Finney in the building, man. What's up, fam? So, moving on to the next fight, man. Vasyl Lomachenko versus Corolla. This is another fight that is like, it's not the most greatest fight in the world. The best thing I've seen come out of this fight so far is the fact that Bob Arum told pretty boy Eddie Hearn to his face, you don't know dick about selling fights here in America. When I heard that, Slim, I hit the flow. I'm like, Slim, hey, did he tell that man, Slim, you're a good promoter over in UK, but when you come over here, you don't not sell no fights. Your man Eddie Hearn had the look on his face like, did he just say that to me? And he ain't say nothing to the Bob father. You hear me? He said nothing back, man. George Costanza says, I got to go with Truax. All good, though. Okay, I feel you, bro. I ain't mad at that. I think Truax is going to give a valiant performance. But I'm a roll with Quillen. Let's see how this plans out. But Slim, he ain't say nothing back to the Bob father. After the Bob, man, one of them dude, old man, he ain't got no filter at this point. You know, he going to say what he want to say. He going to do what he want to do, whether you like it or not. Y'all know how that them old folks is in your family. Say what they want to say. Can we talk about the heavyweights? Okay, yeah, we can get to that, P. Newell. No question. We can talk about the heavyweights. But let me finish this up in a couple more things. And the thing is, though, man, what you know, he ain't say nothing back to the Bob father. And I thought that was funny, man. But there was some real facts there. Maybe he couldn't say nothing. Maybe he like, you know what? You got a good point. Eddie's probably sitting back like, I can't argue with that. I can't complain about that. He right. But anyway, Lomachenko versus Corolla. Even my man P. Newell was like, yo, man, I ain't trying to hear these fucking fights, man. These joints, weak-ass fights. I agree with you, bro. But we all know this is supposed to have been Richard Commey. Richard Commey injured his hand. So, of course, you know, Vasyl Lomachenko, this is the best that they can do on, I guess, short notice or whatever the case may be. This guy was a mandatory to one of Vasyl Lomachenko's WBA titles. And it's like, we think if Vasyl Lomachenko going to dust this dude. He's going to be in that joint juggling, doing all his little shit, you know, that he likes, his little tricks of the trade that he like to do and make this guy quit or something. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, it ain't really much to say about this fight. Other than the fact that one thing I want to reiterate when we talking about Vasyl Lomachenko is that, and I always tell people, some people call him overrated. Some people call him a hype job. And I can't rock with that no more because he earned my respect. The man snatched my respect. He said, I ain't got your respect. Fine. I'm going to keep on beating cats in the ring till I earn your respect. And he's done that to me. I got nothing but respect for Vasyl Lomachenko. When it comes to him and Mikey, he's saying that, yo, Mikey got to come down to 35. And I don't know if Mikey going to come back down to 35, at least not immediately. Mikey is not one of them type of fights that's going to put too much wear and tear on himself. Remember when he first came back to boxing, he didn't go down to 35. He came back to 40. Then he went to 35. By him coming up so high, that may be the thing he's going to do. For anybody wondering where's Mikey and what he doing, you know he got a up and coming exhibition fight coming up where he's going to be facing Eric Morales in a 4-round exhibition, and they doing this to raise money or whatnot, which is for good cause. So I ain't mad at that. But yeah, man, Vasyl Lomachenko, you know, he down. Y'all see the weigh-in though, man. He pushing that 135 real close. Your man had to go all the way down to his Fruit of the Looms to make the weight. I don't know, man. They saying he ain't going up to 140 no time soon, and he'll be down to honestly go back down to 130. But Slim, he look like he get that weight off. It ain't that quite coming that easy for Vasyl Lomachenko. But the dude has earned my respect. I'm impressed with what he's done in the boxing game. I just wish he stayed at the division. He's actually doing what I've asked him to do: stay at the division for a little while and dominate the division. And this is what we see him trying to do up at 35. He wanted to go after that IBF. He already has the WBO. He already has the WBA. He's beaten my main man, Jorge Linares. He wants to fight Mikey, allegedly. He's going for undisputed. This is the same dude, and the reason he won my respect is because fresh off his loss with Orlando Salido, he turned around and he beat my main man, Gary Russell Jr., the real champ of 126 pounds. He's off at Tank, and he stepped the Tank like, what you want to do, cuz? You want to fight me or what? I'll wait for you. I ain't going nowhere. What you got? You ready? What you need? They ain't want no smoke. He's earned my respect, Slim. He's beaten enough top-notch cats in that ring to say, yeah, he earned my respect, bro. I got to give it to him, man. He earned my respect. Beat Nicholas Walters, beating all these top dudes like it ain't nothing, making cats quit. The Rigo fight, I thought was the fix was in. I ain't going to say the fix was in, but yo, he went up he brought Rigo up 2 classes when he thought he could have met Rigo at 26. That's just how I feel. That's just how I feel. So you can't, when people say he's a hype job, and yo, he don't got that many fights, and how can he be pound for pound, and blah, 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 blah. Yo, man, y'all tripping. You look at this man's resume. That man got a better resume than anybody from 135 on down, as far as his wins are concerned. Even my main man, Gary Russell Jr., who I think is the man. His resume ain't even touching Vasyl Lomachenko's. So I don't want his shit. I can't hear nothing for nobody, bro. I'm sorry. Vasyl Lomachenko has earned my respect, and he should have earned yours. But when it comes to this guy, Corolla, man, they're going to dust this dude like Pledge. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's going to be easy work. It's something to do. Richard Comey couldn't make it to the fight. It's just something to do, in my opinion. I know Eddie Hearn got to be just happy that he got his man involved, but it's something to do. He can go around, he can do some magic tricks. He can show us his pretty robe that they're talking about is worth $200,000 that he's going to be wearing to the ring. He can show that off. He can just come back at the media talking, mentioning Mikey Garcia. I wish that Bob Arum put the same sort of energy in the turns Bud Crawford that he does into Vasyl Lomachenko, but that's just my wish. But you know, it is what it is, man. So y'all got to respect this dude, man. Tank Davis is like, yo, he ain't trying to do it. Nobody ain't trying to do it. You know what I mean? Matrix, stay busy. Yeah, you're right, Pino. Rocket Strikes 89 says, I hope Gary and Loma run that back. Gary didn't look too good in that fight. Gary claimed at that fight that they were playing around with the scales. And so he had to, he had to go back and, work hard and sweat off extra weight to make weight. But he said the scales was off. And this is why Gary is so determined that before I retire, I need to get Vasyl Lomachenko back in that ring. Vasyl Lomachenko skipped weight divisions ASAP. You hear me? ASAP. Went from 26 to 30 to 35 in the blink of an eye. You know what I'm saying? Let me get the fuck away from Gary Russell. Gary, like, I'm going up there. So it is what it is. But, yo, man, Vasyl actually has a good chance of, I don't know what Mikey going to do about his WBC title. I don't know if he's going back down there to honestly defend that, man. But I hope he do. And even if he do, man, like Mikey still, when he was down at 35, he wasn't making no inroads to fight Loma for real. I didn't see no inroads being made. Oh, y'all, we asking Mikey, man, to literally make a deal with the cat that kept him out of the ring for 2 years. I understand this is business. It ain't personal. I get it. But Mikey gonna want everything but the kitchen sink. Everything but the kitchen sink. Especially when he know what he can do on pay-per-view. Especially now since he know that, look, when I come in fighting Stadium Slim, I pack 47,000 up in him. What you do, Vasil? He bringing all that to the table against him, man. All that. So I hope the fight happens, but I mean, come on, man. We asking. I ain't gonna lie, man. We in this situation right here. If I picture if you were a boxer and the cat who kept you out the ring for 2 years, took you through court cases, made you spend a bunch of money, tried to chauffeur your ass. Now coming to the table saying, "Do a deal with me. Let's do a deal. I'll give you anything you want." You know what I mean? How's that sound? How would that sound to you, for real, as a man? Like, could you accept that? This dude and try to take me out in my prime, and now you want me to come back and do a deal with you? But at the end of the day, it's Mikey's legacy. And if you don't do it, Mikey, then you need to take your ass to 140 and see my main man Regis Prograis or see Josh Taylor, and let's see how you work that out. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. So we'll see, man. Vasil Lomachenko versus Carolla. I think Vasil Lomachenko styles on this dude, turns back into hashtag no Moschenko. I think he makes this dude just get frustrated like he does a lot of the lower tier fighters. Frustrates him all the hell, uses dynamic footwork, uses the ability to get in and get out, his hand speed. I don't see nothing that this guy Anthony Carolla does that can even give Vasil Lomachenko any problems. Tough UK fighter, UK level fighter, but definitely ain't the world class of Vasil Lomachenko. I don't even need to get into all the back and forth strategy. Lomachenko gonna dust this dude. He gonna dust this dude. I'm from DC. I'm looking forward to Gervonta Tank Davis coming back to Baltimore real soon to get a fight in. I may be there. But I ain't happy with the way the position that he took. For anybody wondering, well, why is Tank Davis no Moss? Why is Tank Davis not fighting Vasil Lomachenko? Look, man, I've already accepted something about Tank. Floyd, Leonard Ellerby, fat head ass Leonard Ellerby. I've already accepted the fact that they looking to move Tank with the new generation. They're not looking to move him with the current top tier. They're looking to move him with the future top tier, hoping that he can emerge as the #1 dude. They're looking to put him in the class of the Ryan Garcias, of the Devin Haney's, of the Teofimo Lopez's, the Shakur Stevens's. They're looking to put Gervonta Tank Davis in that class. You know what I mean? When you went to school, you didn't graduate with the seniors if you was in the 10th grade, right? And that's how they look at Gervonta Tank Davis. He ain't in the 10th grade. He ain't a senior right now. He's just in the 10th grade. That's how they look at Gervonta Tank Davis. And this is why you don't get him versus Vasil Lomachenko. They look at Vasil Lomachenko like, no. This dude is too good, too fast, top tier. No. We want to make Tank A-side. We want to make him #1. So we'll put him in there with the rest of these cats. No mas, P. Newell, no mas. Yes, sir. Ibrahim Williams says Floyd messing up Tank's career. I mean, this is how Floyd, they feel as though they want him to emerge as the A-side. They want him everything to be on his terms. And not to mention, I'm going to be honest with you, man, and I've stated this in previous streams, previous videos, and I'm going to stand by this. Don't think it's all Floyd. It's not all Floyd, bruh. Listen to the words that come out of Tank Davis's mouth. He wants to be moved at a certain speed. He's the one on record saying, well, ain't nobody rush Floyd. Ain't nobody rush Floyd. He's the one that came out of his own mouth and said, well, I'm mad at them. That man going to talk to other fighters without telling me, without telling my permission, when Floyd threatened to make the Lomachenko fight. Listen, I understand we like the young boy. Like, yes, you know, we like his fighting style. He got power, all that, the whole nine. He's styling on these cats. But this is what Tank wants to do, to make no mistake about it. Tank said, I want to fight 3 times a year. You think one of them 3 fights involves Vasil Lomachenko? I mean, I got to call it like it is, bro. It is what it is. Like, Tank, it wants to be, he don't want to be moved with this class of fighter. He wants to be moved with the up-and-comers and dominate them youngest, man. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, can we at least get Tank versus Tevin Farmer, though? I'm with you, Horn Jr. I'm with you there all the way. Now, that there, the reason I say, look, Tank engaged too heavy with that. Look how he engaging with Ryan Garcia. He heavily engaged with Tevin Farmer. Went face-to-face with him. They put all that stuff on social media back and forth and telling the man and making all these demands for the man, and then you don't fight him. That's what make that situation look bad. He never act like he wanted smoke with Loma. He just talk little talk here and there, but you could tell by Tank, he don't act really like he wants the Loma smoke. But when it came to the Tevin Farmer smoke, he did act like he wanted that smoke. And I'm going to be 100. And that's the reason I've been vouching for that fight for a minute. Not to mention, I do give Tank the edge in that fight. The problem is Tevin went over to DAZN to get his money. Tevin wanted to go over there and fight every 3 months and fight bum, skippity, bum. You know what I'm saying? Ain't fought nobody worth mentioning since he's been over on DAZN. Now, there's some other fighters that are emerging. We'll see how it works out, such as like my man Lamont Roach and them. Like, we'll see how that plays out. But right now, Tevin ain't, you know, when I did a video a week or so ago, and I mentioned why doesn't Tevin Farmer faces Ryan Garcia, they may even save Tevin for Ryan. Who knows? They on the same networks, bro, in the same weight class. They may be saving Tevin for Ryan Garcia, and Tank should be going after that title before Ryan, man. You up there, man. I believe you. Yeah, man. I mean, I'm being 100, bro. Like, I mean, my deal is I listen to Tank, man, and I like Tank. Look, Gary Russell Jr. is calling out Tank. Gary Russell Jr. wants smoke with Tank. He's telling you, look, if I can't get Leo, then I'll be more than happy to fight Gervonta Tank Davis. We all from the same area. A Gervonta Tank Davis versus a Gary Russell Jr. fight will break the Richter scales up in this bitch. But you don't see Tank responding. You don't see Tank acting like he wanted. You know why? Because that's a different class of fighter. They already, right now, they the hot guys right now. He wants to be with the future. He sees himself as the future. You got Gary Russell Jr. saying over a year that I will face Tank Davis. It's not personal. It's not no love loss. It's just that cuz you doing your thing, you rolling with the Mayweather machine. We on the same network. You a big name fighter. I'm a big name fighter. Let's get it on. It's all love. That's all it is, man. You know what I mean? That's the headline. Yes, sir. Farmer versus Tank. Yes, all day. All day. Horn Jr. 10 says, where does JoJo Diaz fit in this discussion? Well, JoJo done already got smoked by Gary Russell. Already been smoked by Gary Russell Jr. Is JoJo Diaz calling out Tank Davis too? Is that something I'm missing? Coach C, the sports guru, says Tank looking real soft with a capital T. Man, hey, man. And I look, bro, when you throw that criticism at him, I can't sit here and I can't say you wrong. Dog, this man had Lomachenko stand there and say, I stay at the division as long as I believe you're going to fight me. Okay, you ain't going to fight me. I'm gone to 135. Tevin Farmer went and got the IBF belt. This is Tank's old belt. Alberto Machado, when he was the WBA regular champion, says, Tank, I'm supposed to be the super champion. Well, don't let me fight you for it. No smoke. And now I'm hearing news about coming out today that they're saying that Gervonta Tank Davis might be fighting Yorkis Gamboa. Like, I mean, you'll fight Gamboa, but you don't want to fight Gary Russell Jr., but you don't want to fight Tevin. You'll fight Gamboa. And I know PBC just signed Gamboa. Remember, I did a video on that. He just signed Gamboa. But you will fight this dude. You want to fight Gamboa. Man, I ain't feeling that fight. You didn't get too many soft touches. You'd have been hooked up a little too much, so I'm not feeling it. Tank is so much better than what they trying to make him is, man. For real. For real. Pino says, real talk, the only way I hate Tank is because he is dealing with Mayweather. Yeah, Gucci Mayweather, right? Yeah, Mayweather, man, I don't know what they trying to, I understand when fans say, yo, Mayweather is trying to hold him back and he don't want nobody to steal the spotlight. I be hearing y'all when y'all say that, but it's just more so that I just honestly think that Mayweather just wants this kid. He's trying to put him in the up and coming class. I think Mayweather see a Ryan Garcia, Tank Davis as a bigger fight. He's looking at, and honestly, that's an interesting fight because that's an extension of Mayweather versus Oscar De La Hoya. It's almost like an extension as such. So there's a lot of, and I think he just want to move him with that class. Shakur Stevenson and Devin Haney and all them dudes. Hit the like button for me, fam. Hit the like button for me. Coach C, the sports guru, says, yo, a two-time champ. Let's take the training wheels off. Fighting Gamboa and shit. Yeah, man. I'm with you there, son. I'm with you there, bro. I'm with you there, man. Pino says, I believe he can beat Matrix. Damn. That'll be a task for him. We need to see where he at. Fighting the Pedrazas of the world. Ain't telling us nothing. The last dude he beat stomped him in like 2 punches, not 2 rounds, 2 punches or some shit. Like it wasn't even a man. That shit was like, man, come on, man. We need to see Tank step it up. We do. And I do, and, you know, even some of y'all in the comment section that corrected me and told me they like, I said that, yo, Eddie Hearn, he may, if he tries to get Tank on that app, the zone at the Fight 7 Farmer, he may try to keep him over there, throw him, oh, you got to fight 2-3 fights. You see how they trying to do. Everybody they offer a fight where got to fight 2-3 fights. It can't be a standalone fight. But then y'all came along and said, no, man. Eddie Hearn said, yo, they'll do a one-off fight. A one-off fight. Now, for something like that, hey, I don't know what to say on that, bro. I don't know what to say on that. He totally can beat Loma. Woo, Loma still got Salido problems. Hey, Loma might got Salido problems, but the reason I got to respect Loma rocking strikes is because after he lost to Salido, he turned around and beat Russell in the very next fight. He ain't wait 2-3 fights. He beat Russell in the very next fight. The very next fight, Slim. And y'all, man, hey, look, Salido gave him that grown man fight. Beat him everywhere, beat his whole body. You know what I'm saying? I still to this day go back and watch that fight because hey, look, I know some of y'all like say keep it clean, but this is fighting. This is boxing. Sometimes if you're a veteran, you can do certain shit. It is what it is. But yo, man, I don't know, man. I think, man, look, man, hey, I think Tank can give Loma a hell of a run for the money, man. I mean, right now it's a hard call. I really see it as a 50-50 fight. It can go either way. I just think Tank power, Tank's boxing IQ, his head movement is solid. And we seen Vasyl, everybody like, yo, we seen Vasyl Lomachenko struggle in his last fight. But Vasyl Lomachenko was coming off like surgery, man. Like that wasn't him at 100%. People don't even understand that. This dude that went to 135 and beat Jorge Linares before Mikey did, son. Mikey wanted Jorge Linares. But try to be big dog, try to be man. I'm running this and I want that and nah, he didn't go straight to Jorge Linares, but Loma did. You know what I'm saying? Coach C says Pretty Boy Floyd was fighting every fighter. Corrales, Gennaro Hernandez. Yeah, true shit. True shit. Totally opposite. And that's why when Tank was like, man, well, ain't nobody tell you how to move your career, Floyd. You took it slow. You did. The first thing that popped in my mind is, dog, do you know who you forgot his fights to who he was fighting? Did you forgot how he came up when he was Pretty Boy? Do you know this man list of resume? He wasn't doing what you doing. He wasn't bringing up 126 fighters and beating them and getting world champion titles for him. Beating 126-pound fighters that's been inactive and out of the ring for over a year and then getting accredited a world title for him. Floyd wasn't doing that. And that's what I be saying, man. Look, man, I hold Tank's feet to the fire, man. But I do think Tank is a hell of a fighter if they just unleash and show us what he really can do. Tevin Farmer would have been perfect. That man would have been probably unified, man. They want to play big. They want to keep that whole Mayweather squad. They want to keep playing big. Y'all gonna keep playing big. All right, y'all keep playing big. You building Tank name up of all of the back of all of these Mexican fighters. Cool. You putting all this hype around them, turning them into something else. They tried to do this with Adrian Bronner, and look how it worked out. I don't like it, man. I want Tank to get in there, man, prove it, man. Stomp all these cats out, man. For real. P. Newell says Loma is the truth. Don't sleep on him at all. I don't sleep on him, bro. Everybody going off their last performance. Oh, he didn't look all that good. Forget the fact that he was coming off shoulder surgery. Tank can do it. It's going to be interesting. Tank power is crazy. It is. It is. It is. Tank will have to get to the deep waters, and I believe he can do it. But if Mayweather is stopping it, Mayweather don't want that right now, bro. For one, it'd be already a battle, you know, ESPN, PBC, the whole shit like that. But Slim, man, fights of this magnitude, they got to bring it together, man. It's the same way with Crawford and Spence. They got to start bringing this shit together, man. Fury and Wilder, all of these fights got to come together, man. These fighters' names are too big for them not to be able to make a damn fight. Like I told the homie Black Horseman Promotion earlier, this is the business era. The business era, man. Everybody on their business shit. Everybody got a briefcase and some personality glasses. Everybody leaving out of the house in the morning with a cup of coffee. Stopping and getting the newspaper and shit. Everybody on their business, man. Shit's crazy, bro. So we'll see, man. I hope they get it together, man. All right, let's move on to the next situation. Look like we may be having some technical difficulties, man. YouTube is slipping like a mug. Make sure we good. All right, man. But yeah, man. So moving on to Claressa Shields versus Christina Hammer. We've talked about this in previous videos, man. Yeah, you can't save people. Nah, can't. You just can't, bro. You just can't. Just wake up. I wish people just wake up, bro. But let me just say, man, this upcoming weekend, the two previous fights we just talked about, hands down, the number one fight that's going on this weekend is coming from the ladies. They up showing the dudes. Easy. They up showing them. They making history this weekend. Did y'all see the face-off with Christina Hammer versus Shields? I'm seeing what the mumblings and rumblings is. And y'all talking about that Christina Hammer look a little shook. And I'm saying to myself, I can't, man, Slim, I shook. I just think that, yo, Shields just got that aggression in her that make you feel her. Shields just got that energy in her that make you feel her. You feel her hunger. You feel her. You hungry for her. It's like, damn, look at her, Slim. She's starving. She's starving. And maybe it's hard for us to judge Christina Hammer by her cool demeanor because she's so laid back, because she's so, okay, all right. But all I know is when it comes to Shields, she is starving for this fight, man. She is starving for this fight. And I'm going to go back to one of my original points on this fight. Though I believe she's starving, and I know she's rocking with John David Jackson, and she's so busy trying to show the audience how big is she. She's the same height as Christina, which honestly, when they did stand in front of each other, I was surprised by almost how close in height they were. Christina was trying to get the point off is that, yo, my reach is longer. And yeah, I do got you by a couple inches, but it ain't nearly as wide of a margin as we may have thought. I didn't see what kind of shoes that Claressa Shields had on, but it ain't that wide of a margin as we think it is. You know what I'm saying? And Christina Hammer's reach may be longer, but Slim, the question is going to be, has John David Jackson got Claressa Shields' power to where it needs to be? Claressa says she been working her ass off. Not to mention she was looking jacked thick in that little outfit she had on too. I'm just saying though. Pino says Hammer is not playing. Pino says Hammer is not playing. Coach C, the sports guru, says, hey, yo, main man, Claressa was looking kind of thick. I'm trying to tell you. Hey, son, she was looking jacked thick. Got the little donkey on her back there, you know what I mean? But, you know, at the end of the day, man, like, the question is going to be, does John David Jackson, who's our current coach, who's known for strength and conditioning, has he got her power to where it needs to be? Can she bring those 2 knockouts that she got in 8 fights up? Can she do it? Or does she have enough power to keep Christina Hammer honest? I believe she does. I believe she does. And Christina Hammer is going to have to be in top tier condition to keep Claressa Shields off her, man. I was listening to the interview with Hannah Gabriels. Shout out to Hannah Gabriels, man. I love the way she fights. I love the way she fought Claressa Shields. Claressa beat her, but I just love the way Hannah Gabriels fight. But I was listening to an interview that Hannah was saying, and she was like, look, man, at the end of the day, what she recommends for Christina Hammer is for her to work on her conditioning. Because to keep Claressa off you, to keep Claressa from coming, it's going to take a lot of work. A lot of work. The jab may be nice from Christina, but Christina's feet is going to have to be moving each and every round. Keeping distance between her and Claressa each and every round. Not getting caught up on them ropes against Claressa each and every round. So the question is, like, we question Claressa's power. What about Christina's stamina? Will that be able to stay intact? Is Claressa win all day pay-per-view? No, she's not on pay-per-view if that's what you're asking, Pino. You know, it's on regular Showtime. Horn Chen says Shields just needs to be ready to counter the jab. I ain't seen much else from Hammer. My deal is not only to counter it, but counter it with combinations and hit it and use that body work a lot. Claressa's already said it out of her mouth. I know she know what to look for, but Christina don't like the body, man. She don't like the body work. But it ain't going to be easy to keep her up off her. It ain't going to be easy. And for each and every one of y'all who want to act like that women's boxing don't matter, I'm sick of y'all, man. This is boxing, man. Let me tell y'all something. This is the most significant fight this weekend. They are outdoing each and every dude that's fighting this weekend. Remember that. It's like every time I'm walking, looking around the boxing community, Joe, and it's like people ain't hearing me, and I'm going to sing this shit to the rooftops. Every time I'm looking around the boxing community, and when people start talking about Claressa Shields and Hammer, it's like y'all ain't really paying attention. I'm listening to Eddie Hearn with his lunchbox ass. Oh, the reason that this fight is no one's paying attention to it is because they don't have a good promoter. Man, look, it shouldn't take a good promoter to tell you what this fight is about. Oh, if I was promoting the fight, this is how I would have done it. Look at Katie Taylor, blah, 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 blah. Shut the fuck up. At the end of the day, this fight is great. And yo, if you as a boxer, y'all as boxing fans need to pay closer attention to Claressa Shields and Hammer's fight. This is a hell of a fight, bro. A hell of a fight. And I'm standing by it 150,000%, man. P. Newell says, okay, but she has to win for real. Yeah, she got to win for real. And, you know, word on the curb is that they have a female referee. And they also going to have, 2 female judges. So that's going to be good. That's going to be good. Yeah, fuck Eddie, man. Eddie be thinking he know better than everybody. Oh, let me tell you why this fight, no one's talking about it. Because half of the people, the diehards like it. And then you got this percentage of people who don't want to see women's boxing. And then you got this percentage of people who say, you know, this and that, and that women shouldn't. Man, shut your ass up, cuz. Like, where was all this energy at when Bob told you don't know how to sell in America? You ain't had nothing to say on that stage. You went to IFL, that long face ass Coogan dude, and went and told your story to him and cried the blues to him. What is he talking? What is he talking about? What? Man, shut up, man. You ain't try to throw no money in this fight. Then shut up, bruh. For real. Eddie Hearn be always running his mouth, always want to go to some little perch and chirp off, man. Oh, this is the reason why the fight ain't going too good. Oh, the promotion sucks. Man, shut your ass up, cuz. And I like Claressa Shields. I like her. Man, shut your ass up, bruh. Damn, he pissed me off with that one right there, man. Always chirping and running his damn mouth from some branch, from some top of some tree somewhere, man. But it is what it is. It is what it is. This is the best fight this weekend, fight fans. Why do you think the Vasyl Lomachenko versus Anthony Corolla fight is going down on a Friday night? Huh? Why do you think nobody's really talking about Peter Quillin and Caleb Truax other than me and maybe a handful of other people? Why do you think this is the fight that we are trying to get y'all to pay attention to in Claressa Shields and Christina Hammer? This is the one, bruh. This is the one. P. Newell says women boxing is great. They fight harder than the men. Shit, hell yeah, they fight harder than the men. Man, I was looking at a few of Claressa Shields fights. They be going in. Even Hammer, man. Like, even Hammer may not be the, most ferocious style fighter, but what she does in the ring is actually pretty damn good. And like moving that feet and flicking that jab out there 2-3 times, these women don't run away from much confrontation. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, man. It is what it is, man. It really is what it is. So, I'm just a little mad with the boxing community that we ain't going as hard as we should be for this particular fight. And I'm down to hear what the numbers going to look like. I really am. Who y'all rocking with out there? I know most of y'all out there rocking with Claressa. I'm sure. Hammer is not going to be easy to beat down. She's not going to be easy. Hammer's looking focused. Some even reading Hammer. Some are even reading Hammer's calm demeanor as being inside of Claressa's head and getting Claressa all hyped up, doing a Jamel Charlo on her. Some reading it that way, man. Horn Jr. 10 says one of Eddie's first fights in the USA was Danny Jacobs versus Arias. 2 cats from Brooklyn. What location did Eddie's dumbass pick for that? Long Island. Makes no sense. Exactly, bruh. Don't know how to sell fights. You said it best, Horn Jr. 10. Don't know how to sell fights. P. Newell, Hammer go hard all day. Owen Bryan, what's up with your homie? All Access on Showtime did good numbers. YouTube for Shields and Hammer. It's getting good attention. Yeah, they did. All Access did good numbers on YouTube. But I'm just telling you, when I see uploaders and different people talk about this fight, it's like it's not getting what it should get. And I wish the All Accesses were longer. I wish they were a little longer than 15 minutes or so. I wish they were doing at least 30 minutes to an hour for their all accesses. They deserve it. But at the end of the day, it's going to be a good fight. And I think it's going to be a good fight. I haven't gave a prediction on this fight yet, but I'm going to go ahead and lay it down now, man. Why not? What the hell? You know what I'm saying? I'm going to say I'm rocking with Claressa Shields. Unanimous decision. Some believe that she will stop Hammer. I don't think so. I think that Claressa would need some time to get her rhythm down. I think it would take her 3, maybe 4 rounds before she even starts to connecting solidly, consistently. Claressa says she's going to stop her. I don't know. This girl is a mover, just like Hannah Gabriels was a mover. And you see what Claressa was having a problem with pinning down Hannah Gabriels in a lot of portions of that fight. This girl is taller. This girl is longer. This girl has a different style by using the jab. And like y'all said, if she uses her head movement, get around the jab, maybe it can work. But this girl is going to keep moving. And I noticed with Claressa Shields, she must plant before she really swings. She likes to plant her feet, get right in front of you, and then swing. I don't think that Christina Hammer is going to give her many opportunities to do that. But I don't think Christina Hammer is going to be accurate enough to pull out the fight. I think she'll be moving too much. I think she'll be using her feet too much, trying to stay out of the way of Claressa Shields. It's going to be a decision. Yeah, I think it's going to be a decision as well. I wish they both get pay-per-view. Yeah, man, this unfortunately, I mean, for them to do a pay-per-view, it would take a nice, long promotion. But I hope it would have been nice, man. I hope they do get paid properly, and I hope they got some sort of thing in their contract where they're getting paid. Why? I just hope the winner of this fight, most importantly, becomes some sort of star, some sort of icon, gets endorsement deals. Let us see her on a Cheerio commercial or something. You know what I'm saying? I hope we see them doing something. Being on different, doing like the Serena Williams, like putting them out there. That's what I want to see most importantly. This is why they can bring women's boxing along. This is how Layla Ali became a star, not only because of her last name. She got a leg up because of her last name. But also they started to endorse her. They started to put her out there, and she started to lead the charge on this shit. You know what I'm saying? He started to lead the charge on this. All right, yo, before we shut this down, I want to do one thing. Pino, you said you want to talk heavyweights, huh? What's going on in the heavyweight division, Holmes? I ain't really saying nothing really much other than the fact that we're getting ready for this Anthony Joshua versus Jarrell Big Baby Miller fight, man. I seen Anthony Joshua say, yo, this is just going to be another stepping stone to a mega fight. I hope Anthony Joshua ain't overlooking Big Baby. Big Baby going to give him hell. Though I got Anthony Joshua winning this fight. I think he's going to knock Jarrell Big Baby Miller ass to the middle of next week. I think stylistically, this is not a good fight. Some people are saying if Jarrell Big Baby Miller gets past the 7th round, we got to fight. Because we know that Anthony Joshua sometimes fades in fights. We might got to fight. I don't know, cousin. That's interesting to know. But I think that AJ stops him. I think AJ stops him, bro. And I will say that. I think Jarrell Big Baby Miller, man, his best opportunities are going to have to come within them. If he's going to have to take AJ, into the deep waters. If he don't take AJ into them deep waters, man, no, cousin. No, it's going to be tough, man. But other than that, man, I don't really got much to shout. This has been kind of a slow week of boxing. Ain't really been much to talk about. Gennady Golovkin. What the fuck is going on with Gennady Golovkin? Why we can't get a Golovkin versus Andre fight? Word on the curb is that Sulecki is going to make it possibly back to the fight with Andre. They say that the injury probably is not as nearly as bad as they thought it was going to be. Slim, I mean, I'm sorry, man. This is like, dog, I don't understand this situation. Gennady Golovkin cannot fight Demetrius Andre. Canelo Alvarez is out this week telling Gennady Golovkin, get a belt and I will gladly fight you at the end of this year. If you don't basically go after that belt, it's a throw of the dice. You may not get me to fight you this year. I may go after another route. I may go up to 75. I may go up to 68. You know, I want people to be remembered of something. Callum Smith sitting up there at 168 pounds ain't really got nobody to fight right now. Canelo Alvarez got the regular title. Callum got the super. He ain't got nobody to fight right now. They on the same network. See, PBC running 168 right now. They got Chris Eubank. They the ones that control Caleb Plant. They got David Benavidez. They got Darrell. And so Callum Smith sitting up there on DAZN like, who the hell am I going to fight? So guess what? Triple G can shut that down. If he just go after Demetrius Andrade and say, all right, Canelo, I got a belt if you beat Andrade. P. New on the super chat. Thank you, family. Okay, I seen your last segment, and I like what you said about Deontay Wilder, and he was on CBS getting that great promotion for America. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Shout out to Deontay Wilder for being on the Final Four and getting 13.7 million eyeballs put on him. And this is one of the things that when we was talking about in that segment, P. Newell, was that can the Zone do that for him? The Zone might be waiving this money. Oh, we got 100 million for you for 3 fights. But can the Zone get me 13 million eyeballs put on me just like that here in America? You cannot do that. This is the definition of Wilder talking about betting on himself. I'm going to raise my own profile. So now, knowing that DAZN, you want this market, well, guess what? I'm going to expose myself more and more to this market. And then when this market know that you claim that I'm not that popular and all of this other shit, well, guess what? Keep putting me out there in front of them. I'm going to be super popular. And then you're going to have to give me what I want. That's called betting on yourself, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of cats don't even understand that type talk. A lot of y'all don't understand that type talk. A lot of y'all just say, take the 100 million, which not realizing it's only 80 million. And this depends on Anthony Joshua, which means you're talking 2 fights for $40 million, win, lose, or draw. When this man can say, no, I'm coming with a whole market now, cousin. You say you running the UK because you damn sure ain't running the United States right now. You running the UK, I got America. Tyson got Ireland. We all got something. Well, here go my squad, and my squad got that bacon. You hear me? You know what I'm talking about? Orlando says, Wilder is the real heavyweight champion of the world. 13 million says so, Holmes. 13 million. Ronnie Boy Fresh, what's up with you? What's up, Holmes? Owen Bryan says, never accept the first offer. Exactly. Exactly. And that's what people don't get. People don't seem to understand. That's the definition of betting on yourself. Why take your offer, your little punk ass offer? I don't know what you making. You could be taking me to the cleanest. Why take your offer when I can just make myself a better product? When I can make myself something better? It's a gamble. Don't get me wrong. It's a gamble. That's the definition of betting on yourself. It's a gamble. Yeah, I may lose. You know, this is the heavyweight division. All it takes is one punch. A la Hasim Rahman. All it takes is one punch. Any heavyweight can sneak something in there. It could be an off night. A la James Buster Douglas. This is the heavyweight division. So it's a gamble. It can pay off big, or we can be set back. But either way, I'd rather go this way, keep my respect intact, and go for that goal. Real hustler shit. All day. All day. All day. P. Newell says Wilder will get it. Horn Jr. 10 says, how you feel about Brazil working with Virgil Hunter? Not enough time to make a difference or no? Nah, I don't think it is, bro. Like this, I don't think it's enough time. I don't think that's enough time at all. Virgil Hunter's going to try to turn him into a boxer, huh? What are you going to try to make Dominique Brazil use his feet more? Which was Dominique Brazil's problem in his last fight. When once again at the heavyweight division, you seen Dominique Brazil throw out one big punch and change the course of the fight. I guess he's going to look at it. They seen what Tyson Fury did, man. And Virgil Hunter, who's known for making you a boxer, feet first boxer. This was what Dominique Brazil hoping he give to him. I don't think it's a good move at this late in the game, though. All day, P. No real hustler shit, man. Wilder's selling that strap for real. He ain't playing with him, Slim. Nah, man. He raising his stock like a real G. He raising his stock. He raising his stock. He like, Slim, I'm not taking your Slim. When you coming to me talking about it's 40, 80 million, that means there's more money somewhere, bro. And I want it. I want you to come clean, Slim. Come clean. And if you can't do that, well, all right, I'm gonna make you do it. You ain't gonna have no choice. Or mama, you ain't gonna have no choice. P. New on the super chat. Thank you, fam. Man, he is a real hustler from the streets. Deontay Wilder. Real hustler shit. I agree, son. I agree 100%. You going to the Usyk fight, man. Haven't made my mind up on that one yet. I'm definitely at the Jarrett Hurd versus Julian J. Rock Williams fight. I'm already in the building on that. Haven't made up my mind if I want to go to the Usyk fight yet. Usyk gonna be coming up to heavyweight real soon. He's gonna be another person to talk about. I don't think he should jump too fast, jump up there too fast and get in there with AJ. But Usyk gonna be something, man. If he can take the punches of a heavyweight, if his punch resistance can take the punches of a heavyweight, and he can still razzle dazzle the same way he did at cruiserweight, he gonna be a problem, man. We'll see. I'm dying to see what his punch resistance. Takam is not the greatest measure, and this is why I don't know, man. I think that fight I don't know if it's going down on a Sunday either, man. But I'm gonna try to catch that fight. I haven't made up my mind yet. It's at the end of May. I'm just really right now at this point looking forward to the Jerry Swift Hurd versus Julian J. Rock Williams fight. The whole city gonna be up in that joint. DC's finest gonna be up in that joint, and I'm in that thing on the flizzo. You know what I'm saying? Horn Junior 10 said it's Hurd versus J Rock at the MGM in Oxon Hill. No, it's at Eagle Bank Arena in Fairfax, Virginia, and that's a good arena. I'm actually glad it's there. I've already attended fights at the MGM. The MGM is a small place, man. And Eagle Bank Arena is a good size, man. I haven't been to Eagle Bank for a fight, so I'm down to see how they set the ring up and put the thing. But it's a bigger place. I'm glad that they're having it at Eagle Bank. It's a good place. Takam is a pressure fighter, though. Takam is a pressure fighter, but Takam is 40 plus years old, bro. We don't know how much he got left in the tank. Takam is an old fighter. Good beard on him. I will say he got a good beard on him. But I don't know how much Takam can really dish out no more. You know what I'm saying? I just never really been big on Takam. I just don't know how much Takam can really dish out at this point in his career. George Mason. Nah, Eagle Bank. Slim, you already know I'm in the building. You in the building, Ronnie Boy Fresh. We might got to link it up, son. We might got to link it up, man. Real talk. We're going to link it up. Yeah, man, for everybody, look, man, put some respect on my main man, Jerry Swift Hurd's name. Stop talking these pound for pound lists without talking about Jerry Swift Hurd. I've already booted Max Kellerman punk ass about my credibility list. He has no more credibility to me right now. ESPN lost a shitload of credibility to me when they put Errol Spence Jr. as number 4 pound for pound and refused to speak on the real champ. Hashtag storm coming. Hashtag lightning bolt. Hashtag the real champ, Jerry Swift Hurd. How do you not put Jerry Swift Hurd in your top 5 pound for pound when this man got 2 straps and beat the current WBC champion? How do you not do it? But you put Errol Spence Jr. there. Credibility done. Credibility done, son. You know what I mean? Real talk. Ronnie Boy Fresh says Eagle Bank is a nice venue, and I can't wait. Same here, fam. Same here. Rocket Strikes 89 says, I hope Hurd get put on the pound for pound after he crushed J Rock. Absolutely. He can really be there. It's an argument. He can be there now, man. It's a serious argument that this man can be there now. Not that, I mean, yeah, he should be when he beats J Rock. J Rock, Mr. J Rock snack pack. Mr. I like to take the snacks, J Rock. When he beats J Rock. Mr. I don't like to be asked tough questions, J Rock, without getting all in my feelings. I got vids coming about them. I got vids coming about J Rock. I'm going in. You hear me? Mr. Snacks. He's another one. He's another snack man. He hangs out with Mikey Garcia. Let's see if you got the 2019 snacks, bro. Let's see if you get them, because I be seeing them on them snack commercials. I'm Julian J. Rock Williams, and I take the purple flavored snacks. I take the ones that help you sleep at night, and then you wake up in the morning with muscles on your ankles. Fuck out of here. All right, cuz. Snack, Mr. Snack J Rock. J Rock fucking with the snack rocks. I hear you. I hope her get put on. Oh, okay. Yeah, man, it is what it is, man. But I'm looking forward to that fight, man. And I believe that Jerry Swift Hurd is going to beat J Rock. And we'll see what happens between Tony Harrison versus Jamel Charlo. J Rock is a good fighter, and don't get me wrong, every fighter has shortcomings in their career earlier on in his career. Everybody can't be like Jerry Swift Hurd. I mean, he had a shortcoming, he got knocked down by a jab. I ain't never seen Jerry Swift Hurd get knocked down by a jab. I'm just saying, though. I mean, it is what it is, He took his minor setback for a major comeback. Ain't that what Floyd say? Jerry Swift Hurd don't know nothing about that. I'm just saying, though. But put this man on y'all pound for pound list. Put this man on y'all pound for pound list. In the main man channel, we don't do turtlenecks and briefcases. Fuck up out of here at all. I think I seen J Rock with a turtleneck on, didn't I? He had a turtleneck on, and he had a part in his head. He had a part in his head, bruh. Come on, Julian Snack Pack. Going to try to jump out there, but he's showing Jarrett Hurd a lot of respect. One thing I can give him, and that's another thing. You know, I think the reason that they don't give Jarrett Hurd a lot of the props that he deserves is because he's not one of those dudes that's like an Adrian Brown, and he ain't a crap talker, he ain't a shit talker. He just backs it up in the ring. He's a good dude. You know, you don't see him trashing fighters. He's articulate. You know what I'm saying? Comes from a good background, and he's just going in and get the job done. You don't hear him, he in the clean, but you don't hear about him taking no kind of performance-enhancing drugs. You don't see him getting knocked down by a jab. You know, you don't see him losing early on in his career. You don't see him getting all frustrated. That's not what you see him doing. You seeing him going in and getting the job done and trying to challenge the best at the weight class. You see Jaime Munguia. Jaime Munguia is talking about I'm going up to 160 after I beat this Hogan dude. That's why I ain't even talking about this fight. I got nothing to say about Jaime Munguia right now. I'm very disappointed that Jaime Munguia, maybe he's getting big and it's getting harder to make the weight class, granted. But it's like, dog, you ain't want no smoke with Jarrett. Harold Trim says, man, a side question. How do you feel when Shields is asking to be paid like the men? You think it's possible? I think it's possible if the boxing fans can support her. You know what I'm saying? I think it's possible. You know, every leader, every icon, every person that wants to start a movement always starts out with impossible odds. So I do think it's possible. Yes. It's just the fact that we got to support her the way she deserves to be supported. I absolutely think it's possible. Now, of course, she'll need a dance partner. Of course, she'll need someone else, but her leading the charge, she can raise up a lot of the other girls. You know what I'm saying? I think it's possible for her to get a pay-per-view. I mean, this is what she's trying to do. People got to understand she's not doing all this shit talking that she's doing and all this aggression that she's showing. She's not doing this for her health. She's not doing this to be an asshole. She's doing this to raise her profile. It's the same way. I mean, she's doing this to draw attention to herself. She calls herself the GOAT. Maybe it makes some people happy. Maybe it pisses some people off. But at the end of the day, it raises who she is. If she beats Christina Hammer and look good doing it, it's another crack in that glass ceiling, man. She should be. She should be, man. For real. You know, even if you don't make her the main event on a big pay-per-view card, like you can put her as an undercard. That's one thing, you know, though we was clowning on Eddie Hearn earlier, he is attaching this girl, Katie Taylor, on so many big name cards, like some of his big name fighters undercards. You got to give him credit for that. And I don't understand why Al Heyman, I mean, not Al, but somebody, a major promoter, is not taking charge of Claressa Shields. If we support her in the numbers she deserves to be supported, women's boxing in general, it will make these promoters got to work with them. It will force Top Rank to say, you know what? We got to give that girl a deal. We got to raise it up, man. For real. I hope she does, man. I'm rooting for her. I'm rooting for her, man. I'm rooting for her. I told Max Kellerman, Ronnie Boy Fresh says, I told Max Kellerman on Twitter he is out the loop with this boxing shit. Yeah, he out the loop. He's a corporate shithead. He's a corporate shield, son. He's a corporate ass dude. Just whatever his corporate masters tell him to say, he say. Everybody be acting like he's so unbiased and he's so knowledgeable. Dog, he lost all credibility by putting Errol Spence Jr. as the number 4 pound-for-pound fighter over Jarrett Swift Hurd. Credibility is done, son. It's over. How do you do that, man? That makes no sense to nobody. Nobody, son. Nobody. Hopefully I get the run up on Max next week at Crawford Con. I hope so too, bro. If you do, man, put it on film, bro. I will easily put it on the channel all day. Let me know. Ask him a tough question like, Max, how can you explain? I hope I see him too. If I see him, I swear, I'm cutting the camera on ASAP. Hey, Max, explain to the world. How do you put Errol Spence Jr. in your top 5 pound-for-pound and you do not include Jarrett Swift Hurd? Riddle me that. Please explain. He ain't gonna have shit to say, son. Nothing. Nothing. Oh, shit. What's up, Holmes? What's up with you, man? What's goody? What's goody? Horn Jr. 10 says that's because Max is too busy getting dragged by Stephen A on ESPN. Yeah, man. He's too busy trying to please us. Look, I understand ESPN is all in the Earl Spence Jr. business, but that don't mean you got to kiss his ass like that. You ain't got to kiss his ass. I know Earl Spence Jr. probably sitting back laughing like, look at them kissing my ass. Kissing my ass. Putting me in the top 5 pound for pound. I don't even know if Earl put himself there. And I mean, realistically, I don't even know if Earl put him. Earl always says I got things to do. He know he has things to do to prove it. I don't even know if Earl puts himself there, but Max Kellerman does. Max Kellerman do. Dumbass, man. P. Newell says, I pray she gets her due worth. I support Claressa Shields as well, P. Newell. I support her 100%, Holmes. I support her 100%. Pay-per-view, Mrs. Goat. She can do it. She can do it, man. Like, for example, like, let's say with the next big one, I don't know, Crawford Khan or Porter, Porter Spence. It's no reason why they couldn't throw Claressa Shields on the undercard to get some eyes on her, man. You know what I mean? Doing some type of, sporting events. Get her up on there, man. Get her up on there, man. Get more eyeball. The same way they just did with Deontay Wilder doing the Final Four. Get her up on there, man. Put her out there, man. After she gets this win this weekend, put her out there. The only way she's going to get to that level, like y'all asking me, she needs to be pushed. And us boxing fans need to hold them feet to the fire if they don't push Claressa Shields the way she needs to be pushed. Monty Brown TV, my main man all day. Fam, why don't you got a blue suit, bruh? No, sir. That's my homie, man. Monty Brown TV. Everybody who hear the sound of my voice, if you ain't already subscribed, go check out my homie, Monty Brown TV all day. That's the man right there. That's the man. I listen to Monty every morning. I be riding Monty. You don't even be knowing it, man. I be listening to your joints you post that night. I always take you in the AM, bro. You the homie, man, all day. Yeah, P. Newell says, fuck Max. Yeah, man. Fuck Max, man. Fuck Max. Coward ass Max, man. Hey, yo, Ronnie Boy Fresh says it wasn't no Mexican women available for her on the Texas Massacre. What you talking about, man? Oh, you talking about? Yeah, it wasn't no Mexican. Hey, that would have been good too. Like, yeah, man, with the Earl Spence and Mikey Garcia fight, man, Slim, man. Oh man, hey, that would have been awesome. That would have been awesome. That would have been awesome if she could have been on that undercard, man. 47,000 in the building, almost 400,000 views. Man, that would have been good for her, man. That would have been good for her, Holmes. That would have been all good. Yes, sir, Monty Brown, all day, fam. You know, you my man, son. My main man, Joe. Hey, shout out to Monty Brown and shout out to the homie LTBA. Hey, man, them two right there is the perfect pair, man. I love getting on the panel with them two, man. They crack me the hell up, bro. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. P. Newell says when she get that, she has to get it. She has to get it. But I believe she can get it, and I believe she's the right person for it, man. So I don't know. Shout out to Claressa Shields. So like I told y'all before we shut this down, I just want to say I'm rolling with Claressa Shields by unanimous decision. I think she beats Christina Hammer by unanimous decision, using aggression, using the head movement, the ability to control the pace of the fight, most importantly. And I just do not see Christina Hammer being able to keep Claressa Shields off her for the entire fight. Unless her conditioning is tip top. Like she's going to have to keep it pushing. You know what I'm saying? Like keep on moving for each and every round. And I just think Claressa's too good at cutting the ring off. And I think it makes Christina Hammer inaccurate because she'll have to move too much. And that's my prediction for that fight. Claressa Shields by unanimous decision. We'll see how it go. Team Shields all day. Team Shields all day. You know what I'm saying? So look here. Yeah, I will be back Sunday, P. Newell. I'll be back Sunday, fam. I don't know. Whole time we'll be back live for Claressa Shields. We will be back live for Claressa. I am not going to not be live for that girl, man. I've been pushing her all week. I will be back live once again for Claressa Shields. Ladies and gentlemen, on your way out, please hit the like button for me on the way out. Hit the like button for me. Everybody who was riding with me, man, much love to each and every one of y'all, man. Continue to do what you're doing, supporting me, man. I support you all the way around the board. We're going to be looking forward to this fight. And remember, man, let's support Claressa Shields and Christina Hammer. Support them both because they are both doing a great thing in this particular week. They got the best thing going on TV. Real talk. So to the next video, Main Man Made Man. Don't forget to subscribe. Twitter, Made Man 511. Facebook, Main Man Made Man. Boxing Forum. Instagram, Main Man Made Man. And I see y'all this coming weekend. We gonna be turned up for Claressa Shields this weekend. We gonna be showing her major love if she pull it out. We gonna be honoring her for the great feat that she may pull off. Even if Christina Hammer do it. Don't think that I'm trying to be biased about it. If Christina do it, we gonna be bigging her up too, because I support women's boxing. Real shit. So to the next video, don't forget to subscribe. Peace out.